You may have seen the recently released gameplay demo for the new Lord of the Rings game titled Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, and it looks pretty interesting, but there's been a lot of controversy stemming from this gameplay footage, and it is hell interesting and brings up an interesting discussion. Aside from the combat, the gameplay demo features a lot of climbing and free running, which is very reminiscent of Assassin's Creed. When I was watching it, that's all I could see, and it turns out I'm not alone on this. Former Ubisoft developer Charles Randall publicly came out on Twitter to post some very sarcastic tweets stating, "Check it out, apparently I made a Middle-earth game," essentially accusing the publisher WB Games of ripping off Assassin's Creed, and even more seriously, accusing them of actually reusing code and assets from Assassin's Creed 2. If these supposedly reused assets weren't licensed by Ubisoft, this could be serious. This is actually a pretty complex issue in many ways, but we should first address Randall's observations, because you know what? I can definitely see where he's coming from. When I watched the demo, the climbing animations seemed to me like they were almost identical to those from Assassin's Creed, and this is coming from a guy who played a lot of Assassin's Creed 2. If they were licensed, these animations, it's not really a big deal. It's a bit lazy for sure, but that would be completely illegal. If these assets were used without Ubisoft's consent, that would be completely wrong, since essentially they'd be stealing assets to save time and money, so this definitely needs to be investigated. Now, a lot of people will be using this controversy to now claim that Shadow of Mordor is nothing more than an Assassin's Creed ripoff, and you know what I think? I don't know. I really don't know. This is a shady area. Here's the thing about the term ripoff. I feel that a game should only be called a ripoff if it's clear that the game was intentionally designed around another title to steal the market of a series, or is far too similar to the game it's clearly based off, like the War Z was to DayZ. I mean, it's in the name. The fact that every developer thinks they need to make a Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed style game in order to turn a profit is mind-boggling and really stupid, but at the same time I feel the term ripoff is thrown around too frequently. Every game that's ever been made within the last 25 years owes something to another title, even some of the most innovative games of all time. We wouldn't have Call of Duty without Halo, but we wouldn't have Halo without Doom. People call Darksiders a ripoff of God of War, but at the same time, God of War wouldn't be here without Devil May Cry. Games have always built upon what works. Any good game needs a good foundation. Just because a game shares something with another game doesn't automatically make it a complete ripoff. Just because this game takes a lot from Assassin's Creed doesn't make it an Assassin's Creed ripoff, and considering we've only seen about 10 minutes of gameplay, I think we all need to wait a little longer before we can call it a complete and utter ripoff. And if so, well then there you go, we won't be seeing any Shadow of Mordor 2.